Hey, Tony Gaskins here. Pop in, holla at you. I got this Apple Watch on, and they don't really work on the calories. I done hurt my knee. My right knee, I done hurt my knee. I've been working out today, and I got on here because I done burned, according to the watch, 1,800 calories. I need 200 more. I'm that close to 2,000 calories. I need to go and burn the 2,000 calories a day. That knee hurt. But I want to hop on here and talk to you because it's something that hit me. Wherever you are in your life, there are people that are preying on your downfall. The people preying on your downfall. Some people, they want you to lose your job. Some people want your kids to get in trouble because they tired of hearing about how well behaved your kids are. Some people want your life to change. Some people don't want you to meet their spouse because it look like you already happy and you got stuff going, or you working on yourself and they don't want you to meet that spouse. Some people want you to go through a divorce. Some people don't want you to grow, don't want you to be better. That's life. But let me tell you something. That's why the good book say that God will prepare a table for you before your enemies. What that means is the people who are preying on your downfall will have to watch a come up. The people who are preying on your downfall will have to watch a come up. And in that process, they're going to see God. In that process, they're going to say, how did you win? How did you get over that? How did you get through that? How did you get that job? Or how did you get that opportunity? How did you get that level of income? How did you get that body you done worked on? How did you get that husband or that wife? How did you do that? You come from here, you ain't got that, you ain't got that, you don't have this degree or that degree, you ain't got this connection or that connection, and they gonna wonder how you came up out of nowhere. That right there, that's gonna be God. And see, this why I've been talking to you like this, because I ain't been able to sit down at my desk and do the talks with Tony, because I've been coaching. And I've been coaching all day. So when I get done coaching, I come up here and do a little walking or get me a massage in my massage chair. So I got to talk to you here, because when I get done coaching, I'll be ready to get up. So I ain't been able to do the talks with Tony, but that's why I want to come on here and I've been talking to you like this, because this matters in your life. That relationship, all that, whether you in one or not, that's going to come. That's going to work out. But we got to understand that we live in real life. That we live in real life, and we got to win in real life. Not just in love and relationship, we got to win in life. And so I want you to understand that it is imperative that you remain positive, because the tests are coming, and the tests are going to be mental before they are physical. But if you understand the test coming, then you're going to be prepared. Oh, this thing ain't counting calories right now. Come on now. This thing got to be more calories than this. Come on now. I need to switch to workout. Y'all ain't counting these calories the right way. Okay. All right. Eat calories the other now. Come on now. Y'all forgive me. I need to do that cross-training workout on here, give you more calorie count. Listen to me. The test is coming. And what you have to understand is, while you're being tested, in the middle of being tested, you're going to have victories, but you could have small losses. And you could be making progress and doing good. But if you are not prayed up, And if you are not ready, if you are not in anticipation of the next type of test, if you're not in anticipation of that, guess what's going to happen? It's going to sneak up on you. Something's going to sneak up on you, and you're going to be tested. You're going to get caught off guard. So you have to be able to think ahead and be 2 steps ahead of the adversary. You got to talk to God for the wisdom, the knowledge, and the discretion to say, what am I going to be tested with next? What is coming next? And you have to envision this, because if you've seen it in your mind, when you see it in real life, it ain't going to alarm you. It ain't going to catch you off guard. And just because you envision something don't mean it's going to happen. So I can envision Beyonce trying me. That don't mean it's going to happen, but guess what? I'm ready for it. I can already process it. I can already process if Beyonce come to me for coaching, and if she just so happened to be single, and she come to me for coaching, I can already process the temptation. And I already done said, Beyonce, you're a nice person. You got a lot going for yourself, but I'm married, I'm faithful. Now, what's the likelihood of that happening? Slim to none. I remember I said jokingly one time to my wife, I said, baby, there's 2 women that I cheat on you with now. This was a joke. We were joking. I said, Oprah and Beyonce, because they got that cash. And I was joking. But my wife said something. She said, don't play like that, because you never know where your brand is going to go. She said, you never know who you're going to be at 40, at 50, to where those type of women on that level, maybe not necessarily them too, but women on that level will be coming to you for coaching, for one-on-one sessions. She said, you never know. And I thought about it. And I thought about women who I had already coached that I never thought I would meet or coach that level of women. And I thought about how I had to sidestep some of those tests, how some women had kind of shot at me that I never thought would shoot a shot. And I had to say, whoa, hold on now. I'm faithful. I remember one lady, she told me, yeah, I talked to my psychic, and my psychic told me, you and your wife having problems, and that you my husband. I say, see, that's why God tell you right there not to be dealing with them psychics, because that psychic lied to you. I said, me and my wife doing good. I said, that psychic lied to you. I ain't got the wrong one. And she went on about her business. I had not processed it. I didn't think it was going to come that soon and in that way. So see, this is the thing. You could be doing good. Everything could be going right. But if you're not thinking, if you're not ready, I'm about to turn the incline up because it ain't hit me with enough calorie. I got to get the heart rate up. These calories got to come faster than this now. Come on now. If you're not thinking and you're not ready, what happens is it catches you off guard. Because here you go, you living your life and you're doing things the right way. You abstaining, you reading your Bible, you praying, and then here come this man. Tall, dark, and handsome. Talk game, 6-pack of abs, perfect smile, hairline, everything. You looking at him, you go to wondering, you trying to measure what might be well. You looking at his hand size, thinking that got something to do with it. Ain't got nothing to do with it. You looking at his shoe size, thinking that got something to do with it. You abstinent. You living right, doing the right thing, and here you is, that fast. Already nasty minded. Now caught you off guard. See, you was ready, you was living right, but you ain't see that test. You ain't think a man that looked like that was going to talk to you. You were prepared for a little ugly. You were prepared for the man who looked like your ex, which you probably thought was okay, and that you did him a favor. But this man here, he looked like he stepped out of a magazine. And you like, whoa, hold on now. Oh, you know it. Bam. 2 months, 3 months, you're on your bike. Bam. Just like that. Just like that. You got to be ready. You got to be ready because you don't know when the test is coming. And that's why I tell women all the time, don't sleep with a man inside of 6 months. A lot of women around that 3 month, 4 month, 2 month, 2.5 month, even good women around that 2 month. If a man been talking every day, around that 2 month, most women coming off of it. Guess what? The problems show up, the crazy show up, the relationship he really got with his baby mama, the relationship he really got with his ex, that show up month 5. And you done gave up the cookie. Month 2 or 3. You got to take your time. And see, really, we talk about saving, but I meet people where they at. Because it's a waste of my breath to tell you to save yourself for marriage if you ain't committed to that. You can't do that as a gimmick or a game or as a trend or a fad. You got to be committed to that. It got to be in you. So that's why I meet people where they at. Y'all forgive me to the Christians who, you know, you just want to make everybody subscribe to doing it the way you doing it or trying to do it. And see, that's one thing. You can think you right. You can think you got it all together. Next thing you know, a surprise will hit you. You'll be living away and not even know how you living. Not even know you living that way. Because you did not know that what you was doing was wrong. You didn't even process that what you was doing was setting you up for failure. You didn't even think about it. That happened to me. That happened to me in my life, in my marriage. It happened to where I'm living and I'm thinking, oh, I'm being honest. I'm being blunt. I'm being transparent. Then I find out, hey, that's borderline verbal abuse. Like the way you talking, the energy, ain't what you saying and how you saying it. It's being received the wrong way. And I'm like, whoa, I ain't know that. I went to read some of my quotes. I'm like, man, that sound like me. I got to, hold on. See, that's why we got to be prayed up. And now for those of you who prayed up, now you can save yourself until marriage. And I'm going to tell you the truth. Today it's a gamble. In the Bible days, it was different because they didn't marry for love. So saving yourself to marriage, it didn't matter either way because they was marrying for equity, for advancement, for security, for family, to replenish the earth. Their reasons was different. Today, people get married for love, for lust, for happiness, for bliss. You get married for those reasons, so you have to know that the person you dealing with, the person you talking to, that they are for you, that you falling in love with their character. So that way, if you saving yourself, you know this is a person of character because you done been with them long enough, a year, 2 years, to where you done seen them in every element. You done seen them happy, you done seen them mad, you done seen them sad, you done seen them disappointed, you done seen them deal with failure, you done seen all these different things. So now you know, oh, okay, I get it now. I see how you handle that. You seen how they talk to the waiter, seeing how they talk to customer service, seeing how they talk to their friend, to their family member. You know. So now, when you sleep with them in marriage, Now you know this person gonna love you. And it ain't just about that bedroom. So that's what you got to think about and be ready for. So listen, this here, what we going through in life, what we preparing for, it's another level. You have to think about your goals, think about your dreams, and then you have to think about the detractors. You got to think about the people who are going to try to come and knock you off, come and try to get you off or your path. And you got to be mindful of that and ready for it so that when it shows up, you know how to sidestep it and keep on moving. And see, listen, this is a prayer that I'm praying right now. Lord, show me the difference between destiny and a distraction disguised as destiny. Lord, show me the difference. Show me the difference between destiny and a distraction disguised as destiny. Show me the difference. Because when you look and you see, you're going to realize, oh wow, this looked like destiny. But if you look close enough and you take your time, there's going to be some things in there that let you see, that right there is a direct contradiction of destiny. Because destiny is your seat at the table. And if God prepared a table, God ain't gonna have a nail sticking up in your seat. If God prepared the table, God ain't gonna have no broken leg on your chair or on your table. So you got to be mindful of that. People come to me and they say, Tony, I'm talking to this guy and everything is perfect. He looked good, talked good, smelled good, ambitious, 6 foot tall, make 6 figures, treated mama nice. But Tony, he say he believe in God, but he's not a Christian. Got to go. Got to go. Oh, hey. Okay. See, listen. Destiny could actually be a man who is a Christian and living it, but might not make 100,000. He might be at 50,000. But with your support, with your influence, with marriage, and God's favor that he receives from the marriage, because he has the character, because he is submitted to God, now God can pour out in his life, and now this man crosses 6 figures, and maybe even go to 7 figures, or 8 figures, 9 or 10. You see, so you got to be able to look at and use wisdom and discretion when you looking to see, is this destiny or is this a distraction? And I want to remind y'all of something. I'm never talking to you. I'm always talking to me. I'm always talking to me. I'm always right there in the process with you. I'm always going through myself. I'm always right there in process, trying to become the product, right there with you. As soon as this thing say 2,000 calories, I'm getting off of here. You hear me? As soon as this thing say 2,000 calories, I done put this thing up from 3 incline to 12 incline. Hey, but God bless you. I ain't really gonna be able to talk on this 12. I have to conserve my oxygen. Because this thing says 1,928 calories, 1,930. I got to do 70 more calories. But see, the watch, it ain't really that accurate because it's trying to touch your wrist. So it might be short. But Lord knows, I gotta take that incline back down. Listen to me. Pray on this. I want you to understand when I'm talking to you like this, I ain't always preaching at you. Sometimes I'm just talking with you. And I want you to, while I'm talking to you, talking with you, take you a walk too. Go outside. Walk your neighborhood. If it's daylight, and put your headphone in one ear, not both ears, so you can hear the ambulance if the ambulance comes. Y'all know where I'm from, we say ambulance. But I heard somebody say, God sent me a video. Tell you how God is. God sent me a video, and it was a brother speaking. He said, you know, you ain't gonna be able to get the corporate clients and get those people if you saying ambulance. I say that brother must have forgot. We serve God. God sent Moses in to deliver the captives. And Moses say he's slow tongue, slow of speech. God say, I got you. We serve God. See, what I'm telling you is that when you in a place to where you surrender and you being obedient to what you called to, it don't matter how many degrees you have or how many you don't have. It don't matter how many languages you speak or how many you don't speak. It don't matter what certifications you have and what certifications you don't have. When you're doing what you called to do, you will be qualified by he who called you. And I want people to understand that, because a lot of times we only focus on man's qualification and we not focus on God's qualification. But if we get focused on God's qualification, which means surrendering with a humble heart, with a humble position, and saying, use me how you need me. What the Lord said to me today is, Tony, I need another level of transparency, and I need another level of truth, and I need another level of growth. And the growth is going to be painful, and that is why y'all call it growing pains. Even when you literally look at a boy who is growing, his knees start to hurt, his hips start to hurt. Around that 13, 14, his body start to act up. My son was calling it osteoslaughters or something like that. His friend had it, was hurt for weeks because them plates was moving as he was growing. It's growing pains. The Lord told me, he said, Tony, it's going to be some days, son, that you're going to cry because you feel like operating in your flesh. You feel like doing something or saying something from your flesh. And in that moment, I need you to pause and I need you to pray. I need you to go within and I need you to turn to me and I need you to say, Lord, grant me the strength to pass this test. And in that moment, you will be granted that which you have asked for, because you will have not if you ask not. But if you ask, you shall receive. And when you receive, now it's not enough to know, you got to do. And now when you do, that next level is being prepared. And when you least expect it, the door to the next level will be unlocked and open. And you will enter that level. And when you enter that level, there will be a season of rest. You will get some rest. But after you have rested, now you will be tested. Because on no level can you stay. Every single day you have to grow. Because with every level comes a new devil. With every level comes a new test. So in order to pass the test, you have to remember the lesson from the last test. And even in your rest, You are preparing for the test, because in your rest, there will be a lesson for the test. So you have to be ready. See, this is what God shared with me, and I'm sharing it with you because I'm in a season of growth. I'm in a season of pruning. I'm in a season of pulling the weeds. I'm in a season of doing the unthinkable with God. I don't mean in business. I mean, the world says, if you come from this and you've gone through this, then you are going to be this. But God says, I created you, and you will be who I called you to be if you're willing to accept the role. So do not speak on yourself the damnation of the earth. Do not speak on yourself the poverty of the earth, but to speak over yourself that which God said you can have, that which God said you worthy of. And that's what we got to realize and understand and believe, and that's what we're not doing. That's the work that's not being done. And I want you to understand something. Lord forgive me, I was about to make up some tongues. You know how you go to speaking in tongues and Lord forgive me, I was about to make something up. But I don't have that gift yet. Well, I probably got it, but I just don't surrender to it. Surrender to it if God gave it to you. Listen to me. The Lord said, as you grow, as you progress, people around you going to regress. As you go forward, you're going to see people you know and love take steps backward. The Lord said, you cannot stop. You cannot stop. You cannot go backwards with them. You cannot stoop with them. You cannot give up on your growth. You got to keep going, and you got to pray for them. Lord, do for them what you did for me. Give them the strength to get up here with me, to catch up to me, because it's a timeline on the work that you've given me. So my hands are to the plow. I cannot come down from this work. Who said that? Was it Nehemiah? Or somebody say, I can't come down from this work. So when you start working on you, and you cutting out that alcohol or the addiction to it. They drunk alcohol in the Bible, but the addiction to it. When you cutting that out, that cigarette, that weed, them pills, that fornication, your Angela, down there, men, women, that battery operated, that got you thinking about your ex, that got you fornicating in your mind, that got you with that toxic television, toxic music, them toxic conversations, the backbiting, the backstabbing, the gossiping. When you start to prune and you start to cut out all of this stuff, as you start to go forward, the people you've been hanging with and talking to at work, the people in your family, the people in your circle, they're going to want to drink more. They're going to want to smoke more. They're going to want to party more. They're going to want to gossip more. And you got to be busy. And so you can politely tell them, hey, for a season, you ain't going to be able to reach me. Because on lunch break, I know we used to sit and talk about Rebecca and Tammy, but now I'm going to be in the car, idling with the air on, because God done blessed me with gas money, and Joe and Kamala done brought the prices down, but I'm going to be in the car with the air on, writing in my notebook, because I'm working on something. And you might have just told a lie. But listen, ask the Lord for forgiveness. And when you get in that car, if you praying, if you singing, if you writing, but you let them sit and gossip, you got work that got to be done. And guess what? After about day 14, or you sitting in that car, you on that notepad, or you doing your coaching call with your coach from mymentor.life, and your friends gonna start to miss you at lunch. And they're gonna say, hold on now, I need to get me a notepad. I need to get me a devotional. I need to get me some because my spirit feeling junky. And they walk around here pepping and stuff. They got some new shoes. They walking a mile during lunch, going back to the seat moist, but them burnt 200 calories. Listen, they're gonna want to start to grow and change. because you growing and you changing. See, listen to me. Some people are so used to the person that you've been that they're going to be very uncomfortable around the person that you are becoming. Some people are so used to the toxic version of you, the petty version of you, the nasty version of you, the scamming version of you, the lying version of you, the old version of you, because that was you yesterday, today, right now, in this very moment. In the name of Jesus, you changing and you growing and you turning over a new leaf. Listen to me. This is about lives being changed. This ain't about no YouTube algorithm. This ain't about nothing but lives being changed. That's why I'm not trying to trick the algorithm with a relationship video every day. I could not care less. I got to share the message that God gave me to share, because guess what? We need a rising. We need a groundswell of people who are living life on purpose, who are living their purpose on purpose. We need a groundswell of people who gonna do the right thing. We need a groundswell of people who finna turn their back on the crowd and they willing to go on the narrow road and do what they call to do with righteousness and holiness and peace and receive what is for them. That's what we need. It's time out for just going along to get along, just going with the crowd, just doing what everybody else doing, because they say threesome's okay, foursome's okay, swinging okay, on dating apps okay, masturbation okay, pornography okay. Forget all that. Your heart knows best. You know what is defiling your spirit, and you know you need to let it go. Regardless of what the world say, bump that. What did God say in your spirit about that which you have been doing that has been defiling you and slowing you down and blocking your blessings? Listen, it's time for an awakening. It's time for you to make a new move, to make a change. I'm here to tell you now. I'm here to tell you. Let me see if I hit these 2,000. Come on now. Woo! 2,021 calories. Praise the Lord. Now see, the bad part about this is I beat my wife, because she on here. Now that didn't come out right. I beat her on the calorie burn. somebody clip that out of there. Listen to me. So me and my wife, we shared a thing, and I beat her today, and burnt more calories yesterday too. But see, this is the thing what I was talking about, is it ain't fair, because a woman's life is different. Because I have to work and I gotta do this right here, she be with the kids, and so she drive to school, come home, drive to school, come home, drive to practice, come back, because I'm working. So in between my calls, while she might be on the road, now she worked out today too. She went out to the lake, worked out, and went to the gym too. But it's like, because we're in different seasons, I might be able to sneak a few more workouts in. And so what I did, 1.6 miles, and then I probably did going on 10 miles today, at least about 6 or 7. So listen to me. I had to hit that 2,000, because I said last night I want 2,000 calorie burn today. I want 2,000 calorie burn, so I had to get in here and do it. And see, for me, I'm bad with fitness. I'm not one of those guys that want to just work out. I played football and basketball my whole life. Played football in college. When I got done with sports, I was done with sports. I ain't really enjoy working out like that, but now the Lord saying this is for the marathon that I got you on. This for the purpose that you in. So if God can call you and he telling you to do something, you need longevity. You can't have longevity if you're not working out. You're not monitoring what you're eating, what you're drinking, and if you're working out. So you gotta be able to do the work. You gotta be able to buffet your body. And that's what the Lord showed me. Hey, it's time out for just living and just doing. You got to be intentional. It's time for a season of intentionality. So y'all got to forgive me. And let me tell you, if you watch this here video Share it with your friends and your family, and set your notification so that you see these videos, because when you watch it and if you hit the like button, then the YouTube gonna say, oh, okay, they okay with this stuff on this channel and not just relationship topics, and they'll show it equal love. But right now YouTube won't show it equal love because of that topic is not a relationship title. They don't put it in the algorithm, they don't show it the same. So you have to teach the algorithm, listen, I want this right here as well as the relationship talks, by, you know, subscribing or hitting the thumbs up and all of that. And I never talk about that. I never ask people to do that. If you notice, I don't open my videos, and when I open, you watch all my videos, you never hear me say hit like and subscribe. But the reason why I'm saying it now is because we're going into a new season. We going into a season where this spiritual warfare cranking up, and it's hitting everybody. It's at my door. It's knocking on my door. So I know if it's at my door and I'm talking like I'm talking, I know it's at everybody's door. And so we got to be ready. And what I'm gonna be doing is, as the Lord give me a message, I'm sharing it. And if the Lord give you a little platform or a big platform or a medium size or 10 subscribers, if he give you a word, share it, because you don't know who need it. Hey, this is Tony Gasson. God bless you. We'll talk soon.